What does it mean to spiritualize activities? To spiritualize our activities means that whatever we are doing, we are doing it with the awareness that it's not separate from our spiritual path, that it is our spiritual path. Our actions, our movements in the world, a lot of us think yoga is that which we do on a mat. Meditation is that which I do on a cushion. But when we talk about bringing spirituality into our life, into our activities, it means recognizing that the teachings of our spiritual life, the awareness that we get in our meditation, in our yoga, stays with us. So, for example, when we meditate, one of the most powerful experiences in meditation is this experience of losing where you end and the rest of the world begins. A lot of people experience it just on a physical level, like losing where their leg ends and the cushion begins. A fan is blowing, losing where the physical body on one side ends, where it begins on the other side. And just a very physical experience a lot of people have when they start meditating, of realizing that the borders and the boundaries of the physical body are a lot more fluid, a lot less solid than we may have thought they were. Well, when I stand up from my meditation, I carry that experience with me into the world. There is really no place I end and you begin. As long as I think I'm just a physical body, then yeah, I'm over here, I end, there's all this empty space, you're over there. But spiritually, in my meditation, in my yoga, I have that opportunity to lose where my body ends. Because the truth is, on an energetic level, we're energy and we're space. So this idea that actually I'm solid, in and of itself, is untruth. In and of itself is ignorance. And so, as I experience in my meditation this dissolving, as so many of us do, of the physical body, well then when I stand up from my meditation, as I move through the world, I realize I'm not a solid thing over here interacting with other solid things over there that are separate from this solid thing. But actually, the spirit that runs through me, whether we call it soul, spirit, energy, love, truth, divinity, that which runs through me runs through all. And so my activities become spiritualized when I carry that awareness into them. So for example, I'm in a shopping center to buy something. The guy tells me it costs 100 rupees. I start bargaining with him. Now he's some poor artisan or some poor farmer. He's grown his fruits and vegetables or made whatever he's selling with his hands. But there I am, arguing with this guy. I'll give you 90 rupees. And I'm going back and forth arguing with this guy as though somehow he's the enemy over there. I win if I get what I want for less than the price he's asked. Well, all that's done is it's created this separation of I'm an object over here, he's an object over there. My success is holding on to the object of the money in my pocket. My failure is if the money in my pocket ends up in his pocket. So it's an interaction rooted in ignorance or in just a material perspective. The spiritual perspective says, I'm full. I'm infinite. I'm one with that which is infinite. I'm one with this guy. Who is there to steal from? Who is there to bargain with? It's all energy. So whatever you're doing in the world, when we do it from the spiritual perspective, we do it from that place of oneness. We do it from a place of spiritual tenets. The study of yoga gives us yam and niyam. How do we live? Non-violently, truthfully, without stealing or hoarding, having integrity in all of our relations. Right? Well, if I'm turning my action into yoga or spirituality, turning my karma into yoga, karma yoga, then I'm going to do it in alignment with these precepts. The material perspective says it's all about grabbing, getting, hoarding, having. The spiritual perspective says, I'm spirit. I'm already full and infinite. There's no place I begin and the rest of the world ends. There's no place I end and the world begins. And ultimately, that's the point. I mean, that ultimately is why we meditate, why we do yoga, is to have experiences and awarenesses that change our life. It's not just like we do it to enjoy what we're doing as we do it. We do it to transform us, so that when we stand up, we are different. Means, of course, our interactions are different, our activities are different, how we do them, and what we do is different. So that's what it means. Just as you're moving through the world, you're eating, you're shopping, you're driving, you're walking, you're having a conversation. Are you doing it from object over here with object over there? Or are you doing it as spirit and love and divinity with spirit, love, divinity? And then it makes us have this beautiful opportunity to have whatever we do be part of our spiritual practice. So then it's not like, oh God, today I only had 10 minutes to meditate because I had to get somewhere or do something. Then it's like, okay, so today my meditation was 10 minutes on the mat and 13 and a half hours off the mat. And then another half hour back on the mat. But all of those hours in between the time on the cushion are also my meditation. They're just the eyes open, standing up, moving through the world meditation. And it makes life much more beautiful. Because otherwise we're constantly feeling like we're torn between our spiritual life and our other life. So we've got these boxes, but we're not. We're spiritual beings having this human experience, but we're spiritual beings whatever we're doing. So it's a beautiful practice to undertake as you go through your day. How can I make this spiritual? Like how can I have a shower spiritually? How can I drive to work spiritually? How can I eat spiritually? And there's always a way. Easy ways are, number one, bring gratitude in. The more gratitude you can bring to whatever you do, the easier and faster you are connected spiritually. Number two, bring in awareness. The more aware you are, deeply conscious you are, as you're bathing, is your mind wandering? Or are you fully conscious in the moment? Allow yourself, whatever you're doing, do it with gratitude, do it with consciousness, do it with the awareness that you are one. You're one with the water flowing over the body. Right? I mean, our body is made of water. Now there's water flowing through my body, water flowing over my body. Can you just have an experience of that interconnection between the water flowing over, the water flowing through, the water from the source, which ultimately is us? So whatever you do, you can do it spiritually. And of course, then you take shorter showers, because we realize we have to save and protect our water for our family suffering without water. So just give it a try. It's a really fun and engaging challenge to make whatever you do a spiritual practice.